Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be learning how to import your fonts into Procreate so that you can use them to make font work or put text on your designs and that kind of thing. It's relatively easy to do. It's just a couple of steps. Pretty simple, especially with being able to have the split screen. We'll get to that here in just a minute. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to the website that you have purchased your fonts from. I use design bundles and font bundles for all of my my fonts and my designs and things like that. Once a month they do have a $1 sale, so you can get lots of fonts and designs for $1. Like this one up here, it's got 100 fonts in it and I paid $1 for it. Sarah always posts in our groups when the $1 sales are coming up, and then she always posts the day of the sales as well, and they're always marked in the announcements too, so just keep an eye out for that. The first thing that you're going to want to do is click on the download now button. It's the green one. And then this little drop down menu will pop up. It'll have 2 separate files on there that you can download. For sake of easiness with Procreate, make sure you download the TTF file and not the OTF file. I'll get into the differences between TTF and OTF in another video. But just make sure that you download the TTF file for Procreate for now. And then to download it, you'll just tap on it. And then once you tap on it, this window will pop up, and it'll ask you if you want to download it. Go ahead and click download again. And then up here in the top is your downloads menu. If you click on it, it'll show you the status of your download. Once it's downloading, you can actually access it by just tapping on it. But I want to show you how to access your actual files on your iPad. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of people don't know how to access their files. So depending on, how you've got your iPad arranged, it might be a little complicated to find the Files tab, or the Files app, I mean. I've got mine down at the bottom because I use my Files tab quite a bit. But if you're having troubles finding your Files tab, all you have to do is slide down on your screen, and then the search menu will pop up, and then you can just type in Files, and it'll automatically pop up. But then once you've got your Files app open, make sure that you are in your downloads folder. You probably won't have as many downloads as I've got right now. My downloads folder is a mess right now because I've got a lot of fonts and things like that I still need to download. But just look for the one that you just downloaded. The one that I downloaded is called This Mate. This folder right here is actually the zip folder. So you will need to unzip it, and in order to unzip it, you just tap it, and then it turns into this blue folder up like you see up at the top. So then just find that one that you just tapped, which was This Mate, and then the file will open up. This Mate has 2 separate fonts in it. It's got the cursive font and then kind of like the block font. So there are 2 different fonts in here that you are going to want to download. If you've updated to the latest iOS, there is these 3 little dots up at the top of your screen that will actually let you do screen split. And just tap on that and then tap on the middle one. It'll do this funky little thing right here because it wants you to select another app. So click on your Procreate app, and then it will go back to the split screen. So this next part is going to happen kind of fast. So kind of keep your eye over on Procreate to see what it does. It'll just be like a little flash when you click to import it. And then once it once you see that little flash that says importing, once it's gone, the file or the font is in there. So it does happen pretty fast. Once you've got both or all of your fonts imported, before I exit out of the split screen, I like to just go over there and double check to make sure that all of my fonts have downloaded. So give me just a minute while I scroll through and try to find my font. When I tell you I have a font obsession, I am not kidding. And this isn't even all of the fonts that I have. So just scroll down till you find the one that you just imported. And then once you see it in there, you're pretty much good to go. And then to exit out of your split screen, you're just gonna swipe over. And just swipe the screen over, and then it'll bring Procreate back up to the full screen. Now, this next part, you are going to have to download another app in order to be able to get the glyphs, like those tails, that you see at the beginning and end of your fonts, in like the display pictures and things like that. The first one that you're gonna want is called iFont. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a F with a little dot on it. Once it opens up, it'll look something like this. And then in order to install your fonts onto your iPad, you're going to want to click import. And then go back over to your downloads folder. And then find that folder that we were just working out of. Mine was called This Mate. And then tap on it. And then you'll see it over there with the little blue icon in it. Go back up to import and then select your second one. And then it's ready to be installed as well. To install it, you're gonna click on that blue button, and then this window is gonna pop up asking you if you want to allow it to install onto your iPad. Click allow, close it. This will kind of give you the more detailed instructions, but then you can just click cancel. Then you're gonna wanna go over to settings. And in settings, you will see this little tab right here that says profile downloaded. You're gonna wanna tap on that, click install, enter your passcode, click install, and then install again, click done, and then you're gonna wanna go back over to iFont. And then once it turns gray, that tells you that it has been installed onto your iPad. Do the same thing for the next one. And once you have fonts downloaded onto your iPad, you can use them in other apps as well, like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, whatever other app you have that has text work in it. Once it's been installed onto your iPad, you can use it in those other apps as well. Now, to get your glyphs, you're going to need another app, which is called Unicode. I will try to link both of these apps in the description because it is kind of hard to see what the icons look like. But once you have it downloaded, I like to go back to Procreate and create another split screen with Unicode opened as well. Then you're going to go over, I'm going to change this to have it say Happy Easter. The happy is that first, or one of the This Mate fonts, and then I'm going to add in Easter with the cursive one that has the tails on the end of it. You can either scroll or type it in. I like to type them in because I will be scrolling forever. Once you have your font selected, you will see all of the different options that you have. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll find the ones that have the tails. And then over in Procreate, I am going to add another text box, and then I'm just going to type in Easter. I'm going to make sure that that is on top of happy because I want it to kind of overlap happy. And then I'm going to change the font by double tapping on Easter. Make sure that that layer is selected when you double tap, and then click on that. And then it'll change your font. I'm also going to change the color by double tapping on it, and I'm going to make it this blue color. I'm going to resize it so it's about the same size as happy, and then I think I'm actually going to change this E to a lowercase e so that I can have the tails. And then to get your tails, you're going to want to edit your text again. To edit your text, you're just going to double tap on your text that you're wanting to change. And then I'm going to backspace and get rid of the E on Procreate. And then I'm going to scroll down to the E that I want over on Unicode. And then click on the square with the arrow up at the top. And then click Share Glyph. And then you're going to copy it. And then tap over on your text in Procreate. The paste option doesn't show here, so I'm going to make Procreate a little bit bigger, and then paste shows. And then you have your tail on your E. And I'm going to go back over to Unicode and do the same thing for my R. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to paste it over into Procreate. Once you have it pasted into Procreate, you can just swipe out of Unicode, and then it'll bring Procreate back up into a full screen mode. And then here, I'm just gonna kind of mess around a little bit with it, kind of put it how I want it. If you want to upload this into Procreate, or into Design Space, you want to make sure that your background layer is off. Make sure that your text is not overlapping, and then you're going to want to save it as a PNG. And that is so that you can have a transparent background, so you don't have to worry about using your background eraser or anything like that, because it'll automatically have that transparent background that you want. Here, you'll have an option of places to save it. For some reason, it's not letting me scroll up, but usually right underneath of the print option is a save to files. So I guess for this video, I'm going to click save image, and then it'll save it to my camera roll. And it will save as a PNG to your camera roll as well. So I hope you liked this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. Our Facebook group is posted here. If you have not joined it yet, please do so. And I'll be posting more videos soon on a little bit more of how to use Design Space with Procreate. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can be notified when we post more videos.